The muse with the heroes' brave deeds being fired, for similar views had their bosoms inspired. For freedom they fought, and for glory contend. The muse o'er the hero still mourns as a friend. Then no, let the muse this poor tribute bequeath to the brave British hero, the brave Captain Death, the brave Captain Death, the brave Captain Death, to a true British hero, the brave Captain Death. His ship was the terrible, dreadful to see. His crew were as brave and as gallant as he. 200 or more was their good complement, and sure braver fellows to sea never went. Each man was determined to spend his best breath in fighting for Britain and brave Captain Death, for brave Captain Death, for brave Captain Death, in fighting for Britain and brave Captain Death. A prize they had taken diminished their foes, and soon their good prize ship was lost in her course. The French privateer and the terrible met. The battle began, all were with horror beset. No heart was dismayed, each as bold as Macbeth. They fought for old England and brave Captain Death, for brave Captain Death, for brave Captain Death. They fought for old England and brave Captain Death. For thunderbolts bullets were seen, heard and felt, a sight that the heart of Bellona would melt. The shrouds were all torn and the decks filled with blood, and scores of dead bodies were thrown in the flood. The flood from the days of old Noah and Seth, ne'er saw such a man as our brave Captain Death, our brave Captain Death, our brave Captain Death. Ne'er saw such a man as our brave Captain Death. At last the dread bullet came winged with his fate. Our brave captain dropped, and soon after his mate. Each officer fell, and a carnage was seen, that soon dyed the waves to crimson from green. And Neptune rose up, and he took off his wreath, and gave it a Triton to crown Captain Death, to crown Captain Death, to crown Captain Death, and gave it a Triton to crown Captain Death. Thus fell the strong, terrible, bravely and bold, but 16 survivors the fate can unfold. The French were the victors, though much to their cost, for many brave French were with Englishmen lost. Thus says Father Time from good Queen Elizabeth, I ne'er saw the fellow of brave Captain Death, of brave Captain Death, of brave Captain Death. I ne'er saw the fellow of brave Captain Death, of brave Captain Death, of brave Captain Death. I ne'er saw the fellow of brave Captain Death.